Radio.
Welcome to your Friday, February 3rd, main newscast on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. My name is Joshua Van Slyke. Canadian oil explorer Frontier Energy Corporation disclosed yesterday that it anticipates spending approximately $120 to $140 million on the V1 well in the Currentine Block offshore Guyana. It said this expenditure will come from existing resources. If a discovery is made, the full costs will be recovered. Frontier said in a statement that the total cost of the V1 well, including 2022 pre-drill costs and costs related to drilling delays, are forecast to be approximately $160 to $170 million. Two Guyanese women are of the firm conviction that the Environmental Protection Agency breached the law when it issued an environmental permit to ESSO Exploration and Production GAN Limited for the $1 billion gas to energy project. Specifically, Elizabeth Dean Hughes and Vanda Radzik have, through their attorney at law, Melinda Jackie, in January 31, 2023, requested that EPA's Executive Director Kemraj Parsram revoke EEPGL's environmental permit without delay. In explaining the basis for such a request, the woman outlined that Regulation 17.2 of the Environmental Protection Authorization Regulations requires that an application for authorization contain the following information: proof that the applicant either owns the facility or has a lease or other agreement with the landowner or occupier to enable the applicant to conduct the activity on the facility, or has the legal right of way to conduct the activity without the consent of the landowner or occupier. The women also recalled that in 2020, it was President Dr. Irfan Ali who had said, "We cannot live in a way that is respectful to our country." A copy of the letter was also sent to Bishop Wanegel, the Minister of Public Works. And coming from Reuters, Russia has initiated legal proceedings against American oil giant ExxonMobil over $220 million in unpaid taxes. Reuters reported that the local news agency TASS and Interfax reported on Tuesday, citing court documents, that the Russian General Prosecutor Office is asking a court to recover $15.5 billion or $220 million in allegedly unpaid taxes from U.S. oil major. The next hearing of the case is scheduled for February 28, 2023. According to the court's website, Reuters added that Exxon declined to immediately comment, and the local court declined to disclose further details to the major outlet, citing that the company is not a party to the case. And the national budget of $701.9 billion Guyana was on Thursday passed in the National Assembly at the conclusion of its 67th sitting following approval of the Bill 2023. On January 16, 2023, Senior Minister within the Office of the President with responsibility for finance, Dr. Ashmi Singh, present to the Parliament Budget 2023, the nation's largest budget ever. Both sides of the House participated in a 5-day debate, following which there were 4 days of committee supplies meeting, during which the opposition members examined the estimates and posed questions to the government ministers on various line items under each sector and ministry, provided an opportunity for the public to get a better understanding of what is in the budget. The full details can be read in today's Kaieteur News. You're listening to us here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1, 99.5 FM. More news after the break. Stay with us.
Wanting to protect your family during these difficult times of COVID-19 is natural.
Stay at home, wash your hands often, and don't touch your face.
Yes, Daddy.
But are you doing these things too? And do you practice social distancing? Do you keep 3 to 6 feet away when you're shopping? Or at least stay an arm's length away in the supermarket? Remember, children learn from adults. So if you're not obeying the precautions, neither will they. We have to work towards the new normal together to keep our families safe and protected. Be part of the solution, don't add to the problem. Teach by example and do the right things.
A message from the Child Care and Protection Agency, Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, and UNICEF.
This is GHK Lall, inviting you to join me weekdays from Monday to Friday on the National Outlook for commentary on a range of issues, immediately after the 12 noon and 7 p.m. newscasts on Kaieteur Radio at 99.1 FM and 99.5 FM. Looking forward to you sharing in the conversation.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. A female Cuban national was killed when 2 vehicles collided and then exploded on the Mabura Trail on Thursday afternoon. In a press release, the Guyana Police Force stated that the accident occurred about 15 hours 20 between 39 and 40 miles Mabura Trail, involving a minibus and a motor pickup, which resulted in the death of a female Cuban national. Inquiries disclosed that the minibus was proceeding to Mabura on the left side of the trail, and while negotiating a left bend, the motor pickup, which was proceeding in the opposite direction on the right side of the said trail, collided with the front portion of the minibus. As a result of this collision, both vehicles burst into flames. The female Cuban national seated behind the driver was pinned in the minibus when it caught fire. As she perished in the vehicle, the driver and the other passengers received injuries, and they were taken to the Linden Hospital, where 4 persons, 2 males and 2 females, were treated and referred to the Georgetown Public Hospital, while the driver and others are receiving treatment at the Linden Hospital. There has been an alarming increase in attempts by persons to smuggle refined narcotic drugs and other illicit items through personal consignments, barrels, boxes, packages, and containers at all ports of entry into Guyana, the Guyana Revenue Authority said on Thursday. In a statement to the media, the Revenue Authority said that the upsurge has been noted over the past few months, stating that just recently the Authority and Customs Anti-Narcotic Unit seized quantities of cannabis and refined marijuana found in personal effects consignments and suitcases, which led to several persons being arrested and had been placed before the court. Notably, it was stated that the Authority, in collaboration with its sister agencies, CANU and the Guyana Police Force, intend to pursue and minimize all such illicit trade or activities. Anyone who fails to adhere and found in pursuit thereof will be dealt with in accordance with the respective laws, GRA said. In other news, the Committee of Supply on Thursday approved some $79 million more to facilitate the completion of the new Ministry of Health headquarters, moving the bills for the building from $74 million to $81 million. During day 4 of the consideration of the estimates of the budget 2023, it was disclosed that from $79 million approved, $74 will go towards the contractor, while some $5.2 million will be for the supervising firm. The contractor of this building has been ongoing for some years. That should be the construction of this building has been ongoing for some years. In fact, the initial contract of $365 million would have been signed under the previous government, followed by a new one under the current government to the value of $436 million. It was noted in Parliament that works on the building are some 90% completed, and the project is set to be completed within this month. Among the works to be completed are the ceiling, painting of the internal and external walls, installation of electrical and AC units, installation of lifts, tiling and plumbing works, along with the additional furnishing. Kaieteur had reported on Thursday that the government has commenced legal proceeding against Chung's global enterprise in relation to the substandard work on the Health Ministry's headquarters located on Brickdam, Georgetown. And ExxonMobil's cooperation subsidiary SO Exploration and Production Ghana Limited EEPGL issued a request for information earlier this week seeking detailed commercial and technical details from suppliers of residential houses, apartments and townhouses. EEPGL said it is interested in these units that fall within the environs of Lilliendal to Leader Souvenir, Bel Air Park to Lamaha Gardens and Eccles to Providence, and must have direct road access, free of obstacles and appropriate surface for parking. EEPGL said it plans to enter into lease agreements for the provision of single-family residential houses located within the mentioned neighborhoods. It said submissions may include apartments or townhouses or single-family units that may be at the following stages: design, construction, move-in ready, under renovation or estimated completion by 2025, and should include security features such as fencing, lighting, security bars for windows and doors, security huts with washroom facility, as well as safety features such as fire extinguishers, smoke detections, and that should be smoke detection alarms. ExxonMobil move for sufficient housing units is due to the developments associated with its 4 sanctioned projects in the Stabroek block. Your page 7 of the Kaieteur News dedicated to being blunt comes up in just a bit. Stay with us. And it is titled, Chinese Added Insult to Injured Guyanese. A Chinese boss kicks out a Guyanese for smoking. Then he kicks by taunting him. The PPP kicking around Guyanese. Now the foreigners doing the same in imitation of them. Will President Ali get angry over this insult? Will the police throw the book at this abused Guyanese who regrettably retaliated? And with that, we've come to the end of your main newscast on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. I'm Joshua Van Slykeman. Thank you for joining us.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. Call us on 225-8465 or 226-8210 today.